name's Jason Pearson, and I got Greg here from Lincoln, Nebraska. And actually, Greg, you're from, is it Milford?
Milford, Nebraska.
Sorry about that, from Milford, Nebraska, actually. And I want to get his experience on the program. So, Greg, are you there?
Yep, I'm right here.
All right, great. Well, let's see here. Before you started in the program, were you at all skeptical about the program?
No, it was more or less just ready to go do something like this. But after doing a diet or two in the past, I mean, I make the commitment once you start. So I had to finally make the commitment and start.
Absolutely. Oh, great. So, when I talked to you, we didn't meet face-to-face before we started. I talked to you on the telephone, and you gave me a list of also, you want some weight loss. You want weight loss too, but I told you, you had some health issues, and I told you I'd be able to take care of them. I know one, you had type 2 diabetes. I said I'll be able to get rid of that. And did you have any other health problems too?
Some high blood pressure, but I wasn't taking medication for it. But pretty much, and some high cholesterol, which will be interesting to see the results here when I do another blood test at my doctor here about mid-May.
Oh yeah, that will be interesting. Great. So, were you skeptical at all when I told you I'd be able to get rid of your diabetes and bring your blood pressure down? You don't have any high blood pressure anymore, and get rid of your high cholesterol. Were you skeptical about those things?
No, I wasn't. I was more frustrated with probably my doctor visits because they're just so quick to give you the meds and tell you to go out and research it yourself for results. And the industry is geared. Every time I would study things on diabetes and how to eat, it would tell you now that you have diabetes, you need to learn to eat with your diabetes, and you need to learn to exercise, and you need to be eating out of these food groups. And nobody really wants to come out and tell you that you can get over your type 2 diabetes. Actually, the weight loss part of that they really stress the exercise, and it's a very frustrating thing because you're gonna, whatever you attempt to do, you're just going to yo-yo. I mean, your blood sugar will yo-yo on you, and you're chasing highs and lows all the time, and find yourself getting in a rut. And the meds that you're on really mess with your digestive system. So some of the things you're supposed to be eating, it triggers other reactions in your body. So, and once I started on your diet plans, them symptoms were not there, and blood sugar changed very, very quickly. Very quickly. I would say within I was already cutting the meds back within 2 weeks.
Within 2 weeks, wow.
Pretty much off the meds within a month.
Within a month, okay, wow.
And in the process, I had been to my doctor during this, and he already had seen a big change, and said, whatever you're doing, just keep it up.
Absolutely. Now, I remember before, because with my diabetes, customers with diabetes always have you give me your blood sugar every morning when you email me your weight and stuff too, and I was watching that too, so I know, because I already know it's going to come down to the point where it's getting consistently low every day, and you're going to need to either down your medicine or talk to your doctor to have them down it. So I don't care how it happens. But I think you went to your doctor and you had told him, I think he had downed your medicine or half it or whatever he did, but you had told him also on that visit that you plan on getting off this medicine. And,
I did.
And what was his response to that?
Well, I was kind of shocked because he said, I've only seen 1 or 2 of my patients accomplish this, it's very difficult, and we'll just see how it goes for you. And I'll know more here when I go in May. It's going to be interesting when I get my blood work done here in mid-May. So, I'd like to get it off a medical record, but he said that's virtually impossible once you have it. But it's that part of it's going to probably be there for the rest of my life. But you don't have to live with it, believe me. There's definitely a way off.
Absolutely. So you're how long did you have type 2 diabetes?
I was going on 3 years.
3 years. And 3 years of type 2 diabetes. When you got it, you had it. Before you met me or ran into my program, did you think, okay, I got that type 2 diabetes and you're going to have it for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I pretty much come to grips with that in my mind. And plus it was in the family, so, everything you read says it's hereditary. The other side of it was about December, I could start to feel my feet tingle and things like that. I knew were symptoms from that, but I'm only 49, so I said, that ain't happening. It's time to get this under control and get serious about it. So that's the way. And then a friend of mine was on your program, and that's how I found out about it.
Oh, great! And so, just you getting rid of your type 2 diabetes, and got rid of it pretty quickly within a month or 4 to 6 weeks or so. Completely off the meds, done. Can you put a price tag on you being able to beat and get rid of diabetes and not have to live with it for the rest of your life?
Put a price tag on it. No, I can't put a price tag. It's a big relief not to have to. I mean, I was just on oral medication, but I can't imagine what it's like to have to always be using insulin and that type of thing. One, you're always worried about you'd have to have a supply of it around, and that type of thing. And it's just one of those things that's always in the back of your mind that you have to constantly be aware of, monitoring. And then and even when I'm working, you would be more fatigued with the diabetes, and still kind of lethargic at times, when you were at the end of the day, or you would be when your children's advanced, you would just find yourself kind of nodding off, and a lot of that's your body's kind of lethargic, you're overweight, your blood sugar's out of whack, and it's just part of what goes with that. You get tired more easily. You got way more energy off of that.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's talk about that. So, your energy levels before you started with me, I did, if you remember me telling you before we started, I said I'm also going to bring your energy levels up so you have a lot more energy. What's the difference between the energy levels you had before you started with me and then after now?
Oh, it's night and day difference. I feel like I've probably be the same energy level if you were like an athlete or you were steadily working out all the time, which we haven't done any exercising on this program. And one person asked me about it, and he goes, well, I'll bet you have to do a lot of exercise. That you'll lose more sleep than you ever will running around and running a mile. The people don't know how to take that. They think you're just kind of keeping them alive, but you're not. It's true.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what do you think? I know I told you that when we started, I said, you know what, you're not going to have to exercise or anything like that. I'm not even going to have to allow you to exercise, and you're going to lose weight not exercising. What do you think when I said that?
I was skeptical about that, because like in the first week and a half, I was starting to already notice, more energy. And I took my daughter on a college visit, and I thought, boy, I'm really doing the right thing here. When I get home, I'm going to start hitting the treadmill. and did a lot of walking, but by the time I got home, I knew we had walked around the campus, and I visited with you about that, and you said that was way too much exercise. So, and it was. So, I just go about my normal business, and the weight come off. The more I sleep, the faster it came off.
Absolutely, it sounds funny.
Yep, it's the opposite of what the industry tells you.
Exactly, I say. Exactly. So, it's kind of, with that, like a lot of the programs out there, you follow what everybody else does, you get the results they get.
Yeah, absolutely. And the problem is, which programs you follow, so commercially, every time you sit down and watch television or open up a magazine or a newspaper or even on the internet, it's constantly some kind of a diet program. But this approach is way different. It's pretty amazing.
Absolutely, that's great. And so are you sleeping better too than before we started the program than after?
I was a snoring person that snored very loudly, and I would get woke up all the time to just roll over, that sort of thing. By my wife, that's non-existent anymore.
Oh wow! We should get your wife on here on the phone and ask her what kind of price tag we put on your husband not snoring anymore for the rest of your life. Getting sleep. Well, I'm not sure what she said. I don't know if she can put a price tag on it, but she's sleeping better too. Yeah, because that probably kept her up.
Yep, not listening to me anymore, snore. So at least I'm not getting blamed for sleepless nights. Let's put it that way.
So there you go. I bet you got tired of. I don't know what she did when to wake you up. I know my wife. Why I used to snore before. Before I figured out everything about the body and the nutrition and everything else needs and stuff too. I used to snore too, and my wife would, she didn't tap me or elbow me. She'd knee me or kick me.
Yep.
So it seemed like every time I'm just about getting into some good sleep, I get kicked or kneed and woke up. I was like, I can't get any sleep my own self.
Absolutely. So, the grocery shopping is a whole new experience. I mean, now that I'm into that plan about 3 months, I'm more aware of what's going on around me as far as the trip to the grocery store. And there's about 2 aisles that you go through, and the rest are a waste of your time. They absolutely are, because when you start walking and when you're observant and you're more aware of it, packaged food is a nightmare.
Oh, absolutely. And you probably realize that I probably said this somewhere towards the beginning. I said, the food industry is a business, and you're probably more realizing that now.
Oh, yeah. You wake up and go, we've been lied to. You go, oh my goodness. I don't know if that's the right way to put that, but that's the way I'm going to call it. My grandparents gardened, and everybody's kind of gone away from that. And I just about to tell you that's the key. That's the answer to it. Produce.
There you go. Hey, I know you probably had some people comment to you that anybody comment to you that you're losing weight way too fast.
No, I haven't anybody say that, but people are very shocked when they haven't seen me for a while. And then it's very drastic to those type of people, but nobody's ever commented. I get more positive comments when I've tried other diet plans from Atkins, I don't know, a couple liquid diets, and those get frustrating after a while because you don't know what you're doing. You get headaches, and you're just and so people really observe, and I get a lot of compliments because the way I lost the weight, it's proportionate to my body. It's not just certain areas. You don't really look like you're on a diet.
Yeah.
Your skin looks better, everything looks better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my program, I don't even call it a diet. It's called it, just a nutritional program. You're just gonna start eating better, and obviously you're gonna lose weight, and you lose weight, and everything else. But so it's great. So yeah, I'm sure you are glad and you're soaking up these comments you're getting. And what does your wife think about the change and everything that's happened so far?
It's a very positive thing because they were on me all the time. They would start to take scrap of salt from me, that type of thing. Well, we just need to be healthy. So I started on the program. It's been very good, positive results for my family.
Oh, excellent. Now, so in the media, everything I'm giving you, I mean, you've been on some other stuff, Atkins diet, and some other liquid stuff, and you mentioned there too. With my program, nutritional program, have you noticed on the menus I give you, I'm giving you well-balanced menus from all the food groups?
Yeah, it's from all the food groups. It's probably the way your body should eat, and the problem is, like once you get type 2 diabetes, you're not introduced to any of these types of foods, and I really don't know why. It just seems like the answer's pretty simple, but I mean, what is helping is a 5-day meal plan that you get, so you don't get stuck in a rut. Try to do it yourself. A lot of times you'll get in a rut or you'll get into a fad diet. This isn't that. Once you start to experience it, it is the things that you should be eating.
Absolutely.
I guess what I was trying to say was, if it's that simple, what the frustrating part is, the diet industry, the doctors, the medical industry. I mean, why can't have some of this kind of thing, diet plans laid out, is beyond me, but there's an industry involved. Anytime there's an industry involved, then there's people making money.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole business in itself too.
Yep. The one thing I didn't realize is I seen dandelion leaves on there, and I go, who eats dandelion leaves and where are you going to find them? But then after thinking about it, and then my grandparents, they always made dandelion salad.
Really? Wow.
So, you talk to a lot of 80-year-old people, they go, yeah, dandelions, them are great, they're awesome. So it's not a foreign thing. Once I got to some of the older people that I know would ask me, oh yeah, my mom used to always go out and pick dandelion leaves right out in the yard. So
yeah, free.
Free. It's not a foreign thing. It's not an odd thing. It's something that people ate years ago.
Absolutely. And there's a lot less health problems these days, years ago too.
Right. And when I looked at my grandparents are all passed away now, but I mean, they lived into their 90s. They didn't have these health issues, and they farmed, they were gardeners, and they ate a lot of fish. They did. That when I think back, they ate a lot of fish.
Nice. That's awesome. So you, I look at the program. So you've been so far, and you've been on the program for, let's see here. I think I had it pulled up here. You started January 19th, so you've been on for just under 3 months, not even 90 days yet. You lost 60 pounds. You got rid of your type 2 diabetes, which you had before you came on the program. You had settled in with that and accepted yourself that you're going to have it for the rest of your life. It was hereditary, and that's just how it's going to be. You just got it after about 4 years. You didn't like it. And you had your high cholesterol and high blood pressure, and I don't think you had it taken yet, but when you come up here in the middle of May, or end of May, when you go get your blood test taken, get get your blood pressure taken too.
Yeah.
I think you'd be pleasantly surprised.
Oh yeah, I had to go for another medical issue about a mile 3 weeks ago, and right away they automatically take the blood pressure and they go, "This has changed." And I go, "Yep, it has."
They probably looked down and was this your regular doctor you went to too?
Yeah.
So you probably looked also at the weight loss, and that's changed too.
Yeah. At that time, I goes down about 30 some pounds. It'll be interesting when I go back here in mid-May.
Yeah, when I first started eating like this and changed my lifestyle, I was 249 pounds, and I'm 6'1", and I got down to 185 pounds, and everything changed. The reason I made the drastic change is I was tired of being sick all the time, didn't have enough energy to play with my little kids continually, and then my doctor, who I'd see regularly, I was on the borderline of high blood pressure. She says, "Nothing changes. Next time I see you, I'm putting you on high blood pressure medicine." I was only like 31 or 32 years old, 33,
right.
And so I was like, I'm too young to be doing this. And so I drastically changed things, and I think it was about 90 days later, I was coming back into the doctor just to get a blood test to see how things changed. And the nurse took my blood pressure. Couldn't believe that it was how the difference it was. And the doctor didn't believe it either. She thought nurses messed up, so the doctor took the blood pressure herself, which you don't never see that happen.
No, you don't.
She took it herself when I was in the office. After I got in there, she came in, and she couldn't believe it right there. I was sitting up on the table. So she took it again, still couldn't believe it. She made me lay down, took it 2 more times with me laying down, still couldn't believe it. And then finally, I don't even think she believed it when I left.
Probably don't. They don't. They absolutely don't. I wish I would have knew about this back before I was diagnosed diabetic. He told me you are what I call pre-diabetic right now, and something needs to change. If I would have found out about this program back then this diabetes wouldn't be on my record. But because once you get it on your medical record, then it doesn't really matter if you go for life insurance, extended care insurance, whatever. It's there. You're gonna pay extra.
Oh yeah, another way for them to charge you. Yeah.
Yep.
And even some doctors, don't even. I've had some clients come in. I can just think of a recent client just now that started probably about 3 weeks ago, and she, I looked at, because I have everybody give me their blood tests. If you got, either blood test you've had in the past 2 years, or if you haven't had one, then go get a new one. And I got her blood test, looking at everything, and I was like, she had some other problems too, but I was telling her, I was like, also, you're pre-diabetic. I said, your doctor already discussed this with you? She said, no. I said,
really?
Well, yeah. I said, I'll take care of that. You don't even have to worry about being you don't even become diabetic. You're getting a clot here now, and you never have to go that route, so I'll take care of that.
Yep, that'd be a good thing if you can get it stopped before you get to that point.
Absolutely. So somebody, so now, you're into this program here, and we're still going forward and stuff too. But do you have a new outlook on life now?
Yeah, I just get more energy, and how do I say, my outlook's better. I mean, it's you don't feel like you're getting old, you feel like you're getting a little younger. I'm not just saying that. I mean, it's the way you feel.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
The joint pain's gone. I mean, basically, the heavier you get, you start to crush yourself, basically. I mean, your body can't support it. It's just the way it is.
Oh, yeah. Your joint pain's gone, too. You feel like that. I think joint pain's kind of like I associate it kind of with back pain. It's an eerie, lingering pain.
Yep.
It's annoying. That's
that
good.
part's gone.
That's good. Did you have any back pain before too?
Yeah. It kind of always went along with my occupation, but I do a lot of lifting and moving of equipment. But That's quieted way down too.
Oh, good.
Virtually being non-existent. So,
excellent. I'm going to strengthen all those muscles too here. I mean, get down towards the end here too. That's going to be excellent. So, anyways, if somebody who's listening to this audio right now and was, wondering about things, first of all, about the price. I mean, is the program, the way I price it, is it worth what it's priced? Is it not worth what it's priced? I should be charging way lower because it's not worth it. Or is it worth way more than what I charge for what I do?
I'm finding it to be very affordable, and it's the price level. I think even people lower income can afford it. I mean, it's affordable. It's and that's the other appealing thing to it. And I have no complaints from it.
Oh, excellent. So, yeah, it's worth every penny, and it's affordable for everybody. And if you're lower income, it's still affordable.
I don't know what Weight Watchers or Nutrisystem and all them people charge. I mean, I know you end up buying their food from them. This here teaches you portion control. It teaches you to shop in the right parts of the store, or the grocery store. You look at food differently. Your attitude changes. If you get, it's done to the point now that if I'm beside somebody that's got fast food, the smell of that stuff that's got makes me my stomach churn. But it probably just sounds like I'm saying that, but it's the truth.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
My kids can sit down and eat a pizza across from me, and it doesn't bother me.
Oh, absolutely. That's great. That's awesome. So, if somebody was listening to this audio right now and wanted to, wondering should they start it, maybe they want some weight loss, and with what you're talking about, the Nutrisystem and Weight Watchers, I've had some clients come on to the program that have been on Weight Watchers or Nutrisystem. I've seen both programs. They've been on for 8, 12, months or even a year and a half, and they either didn't lose anything or they're up and down, and they get the results they want. Come on my program and create a customized program for them, because it's 100% customized to each individual based on your gender, height, weight, your ever-changing weight, your health problems, and they instantly start having success, more than anything they've ever tried before. And they're happy about that. And but somebody was wondering, should they try this, or they're skeptical about it? Should they get started today, or should they put it off, or what would you tell them right now?
The thing I did do is before I started the diet, and once a friend of mine told me about it, and I knew and made up my mind I was going to do this. Before I contacted you, I basically got off all my caffeine, and that transition was pretty easy then. I didn't have the headaches. I got rid of all that. Sometimes those things, if you shock your body right away when you go on a diet, you try to get off a caffeine habit. Any of your other bad habits like that pop, I'd already gotten off of diet pops. I got rid of all that. So I was pretty much just on water, maybe some sweetened tea, but pretty much all just water. And I started that almost a month in advance before I even contacted you. So that's what really made it a success for me, is I didn't have to fight the caffeine addiction, going into it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can understand that. And even if you have a lot of people come on to the program that have caffeine addictions, mostly coffee, and some have sodas and stuff too. And I really nip those in the bud with the detox in the first 2 days. If you got that addiction, then get rid of it.
And salt, I thought I'd have a hard time giving up salt, but if I get around something that's got salt in it now about burns my mouth. I can live without the salt. That's not a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the salt already tastes a lot different now.
Yeah, it does.
And,
You can tell it's there, and you just kind of can't take it.
yeah, absolutely. And you get salt. I can eat salt through some natural foods and stuff too. And so that's where I get the salt from, rather than using a salt shaker. So that's excellent too.
Yeah,
right, great. Well, all right. Well, great. Well, thanks for coming here, and let everybody know your experience that you've had so far, and that you're pleased, and your wife's pleased, and so look forward to more great results coming up. You're not even finished yet. We're just over getting started now.
Yep, I'm more than happy.
All right, excellent. All right, great. So I'll leave it here, and we'll